Welcome back to this special edition of Tell Me About Your Damn Book. We are live from the 2018 New England Authors Expo, and joining me right now is David Liscio, a crime fiction author, an award-winning photojournalist, and novelist. Welcome. You're a volunteer firefighter.
I am.
An EMT,
Yeah.
and a member of the Ocean Rescue Team, as well as an adjunct professor at Endicott College.
I am, yeah.
You got a lot going on there.
A lot of hats these days, you know.
I don't see how you can possibly get anything written with all that going on.
Yeah, some days I feel the same way, and then other days I think, well, I'm doing all this different stuff, so it gives me a lot of material to write about.
Ah, that's true. That's a good point,
I mean,
yes.
You get to see the underbelly of, you know, as a firefighter, you get to see things that most people don't see.
Sure.
Or especially in the back of an ambulance, or or if somebody's drowning.
Yeah.
So you actually get, hands-on.
There you go. That's true. Yeah. You hold a bachelor's degree in history and a master's degree in integrative education and ecological literacy. Tell me about that. My goodness, what does all that mean?
I try to teach people, especially kids, college kids, that there is no away. People say, well, they took our garbage away. Well, no, they took it somewhere else. They didn't take it away. There is no such place as away. Mm-hmm. And I try to teach them to be just conscious of the earth and of our environment and how sensitive and precious it is. Mm-hmm. So ecological literacy really teaches them to read and study the people who've dedicated their whole life to saving the planet, so to speak.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I do. The other stuff is public relations, which I just teach them how to get out there and toot their own horn, I guess.
Sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. You hold several writing awards from the AP, United Press International, and New England Newspaper Publishers Association. You are well awarded.
Yeah, I have like 20-something awards right now. I'm not the type to put them on the wall. I just, they're in a drawer somewhere. But the point is that I did the work. A lot of it is for crime writing, for crime coverage, for investigative reporting and organized crime. A lot of the stuff that I've parlayed into book number 2 here, which is basically a mob book set in New England. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Nice. Well, we can't leave them in suspense for too long. So, David Liscio, tell me about your damn book.
All right, I'll give you a quick synopsis.
Okay.
There's a mobster down in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. I'm sure there is.
He's got his girlfriend pregnant.
Okay.
And his cronies are saying, how do you know the baby's yours? Because she was kind of busy in those days. And he says, well, I don't know. I'll find out. So his lawyer says, well, just have her DNA tested. And while you're there, why don't you get your wife and son, your 15-year-old son, DNA tested as well? It's modern science. So he says, I like that idea. So he gets the girl tested. She's fine. That's his baby. He tests the wife. She's been loyal forever. And then he tests the son and finds out the son is not his, the 15-year-old. Puts a private investigator on it and says, what happened here? Well, a nurse at the hospital in Boston screwed up, and two young boys were born on the same day, around the same time, and they got mixed up in their ID. Turns out his real son, who's also 15 years old, born on the same day, is living happily in upstate New York with a family in a vineyard, making wine and living the rural life, while the 15-year-old that lives with him wants to be like Dad, go to the racetracks, be around beautiful women, drive around in limos.
Nothing wrong with that.
But the father says, no, you're not my son. I know you've been here for 15 years, man, but you're not my kid. I want my real kid back. So he bribes a judge. Judge says, here's the order. They go up with the mob gang. They scoop the kid out of the farm, bring him down, take the city kid, throw him up in the barn in the country, and now you got a baby switch situation, and the tension starts building.
Wow, that sounds great.
It's a fun story for people to read.
Is this a continuation of another book, or was your previous book completely self-contained from this?
No, it can be read as a standalone.
Okay.
But my first book is called Deadly Fair, and that's about a serial killer that was killing women and abducting them from Boston's Logan Airport. That really happened. So a lot of this stuff is based on stories that I've covered in court and in real life. And the woman who was the detective in that first book, Hannah Summers, she's the one that tries to tell everybody this is happening, and her superiors don't want to believe her, but ultimately they do. She is now carried over into this book, and she'll also be carried over into the next book.
Nice.
So Hannah Summers is kind of a punky kind of, don't piss me off kind of female protagonist cop.
Okay.
So,
We need more of those. We
yes,
definitely need more of those.
There aren't enough.
And what's next for you?
The next is we're going to talk about the Yakuza, the Japanese mob.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be sent to Saipan back in 1990 to investigate the Yakuza and the heroin trade that was going from Thailand to Saipan and then to California, basically.
Wow.
So I got a lot of firsthand experience in those islands, and so I met a lot of Yakuza with their tattoos and everything. So that's what that book's going to be about, and Hannah Summers is going to be there again.
Nice.
And she's good looking. So.
That's important.
At least in my mind.
Okay. All right. That works for me.
Anyway,
Good. Okay. So if people are looking to get copies of any of your books, where should they go?
Amazon's a place. They're there. It's they're out in ebook and they're out in paperback. So the first two books are ready to go. If they look on Goodreads and they look on Amazon, they're all, the ratings are like 4.5, 4.7, so they're standing high in the ratings. So
Okay.
I'm happy about that.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah,
I wish we could have done it outside, but hey,
that's okay. We'll
rain
work with it.
comes. What are you going to do?
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be right back.
All right.